So once I realized this kind of mind shifting idea that when you want what the market wants, you have your best days ever, that really transformed my trading in major ways. So I think a lot of times what we try to do as traders is develop a system that we can try to cage or leash or reel the market in with, right? Almost like a forceful act that we deploy our system. What I started realizing was that the more we start, I don't know, maybe getting into nature, right? Perhaps if you haven't been in nature in a while, maybe you should go take a walk. And notice how everything else works. It flows with. It is one with the rhythm, the timing. And that was the one thing that I realized, that once I become one with the market, once I start realizing that it's not about what I want, but rather, what does the market want? Is when I truly became profitable. When I stopped saying, what do I want? Because that's a goal. I want a 5K day. I want my first $100 day. Yes, that is a goal, right? But what is the system that's going to get us there? And what I find to be the best system of all was flowing with the rhythm of the market. Wanting what it wants, not fighting it. Not putting on puts because I'm trying to anticipate a turnaround when it's still trending higher highs and higher lows. So once you stop trying to master the market, once you realize that it is not you versus them, it is not the retail trader versus the institutions, it is not smart money versus dumb money, but it is about being in tune and in line with what the market wants, you will find that your trading will take on a whole nother life, because it really does. You know, these trees have leaves in the spring and the summertime. In the winter and the fall, leaves come off the trees. The trees are bare. Now, no matter how much I want these leaves to turn green in December, they're not going to. That's like the market. No matter how much you want your short position to turn around so you can at least maybe break even, well, if the market doesn't want that, guess what? It's like the seasons. Just it is what it is. You want something that the market is not in rhythm to give you. So that's something that is very powerful, that once you realize I want what the market wants. If the market wants to be bullish, then go ahead and open a long position. And the same goes for the opposite. So this is an idea that really transformed my trading. It is something that you will realize that once you want what it wants, once you become in tune with it, and when you get in tune with it, it is really getting in tune with yourself. Start understanding yourself. Start understanding that this is about you aligning with it, not it aligning with you. You must come to the realization that we cannot cast a net that will be profitable every time just because we decided to. Okay, maybe the fish aren't biting. So why don't you bring it back in and wait till you start seeing that the water starts boiling. You see fish jumping out. That's a clear signal. But the problem is that it's 9:30 on a Tuesday and we haven't taken a trade today, or we didn't take any trades yesterday because we got caught up doing other things. I got to get in. And in the market, sometimes less is more. Letting it speak to you. And this is what I call intuitive trading. This is something that I'm developing myself and found to be as a leading indicator. When you trust your intuition, you begin to get cleaner setups. You begin exiting before the reversal. But you must train yourself to believe in yourself, to listen to that voice in your head, that gut feeling, and then having the confidence to go with it. And maybe the RSI says this and the MACD says that, and you're trying. But there's an inner voice inside of us that is more powerful than all of that. And sometimes you should try listening to it. Because once you want what the market wants, you become one with it. Isn't that what happened on, let's think back to your largest trading day? When you wanted what the market wanted, you had the biggest day ever. So why don't we do more of that? Be like nature. Flow with. Live from it. Guys, let me know what you think of this idea. On this channel, I'm going to be sharing these ideas that I have that mostly come from texts that I read about psychology, and they're not necessarily aimed at traders, but I'm bridging that gap. I'm bringing this psychological information that I read in these fantastic books. One that I'm reading right now that I suggest maybe you want to check out is Atomic Habits. Fantastic book about one of the main kind of themes here is we all have goals, but do we have systems? Because it's systems that put the building blocks in place to reach those goals. Fantastic book. Take a look at that. So, guys, let me know what you think of this. Do you believe that when you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at change? That when you stop trying to force your idea on the market and allow it to come to you, that's when you had your largest trading day or your best days? Be like nature. Flow with it. Trade from it. Peace.